I'm sure you won't be surprised to hear from an executive recruiter like myself that I'm asked on an hourly basis, what's the best way to find that next great career move? Well, here are a few tips from the trenches. Firstly, update your resume. It sounds obvious, but it's a real surprise to me how often we get resumes from candidates that are 6 months, a year, 2 years out of date. Make those resumes factual and filled with achievements. Even if you've been at a company in the last couple of years that struggled, if you've been in a position where it's been difficult to achieve success, I'm sure there are things that you can highlight that you did well. Get those on the resume and promote yourself. A resume is actually a sales document. The second tip, and it may sound a little obvious, but be persistent. Just as a resume is a sales tool, you need to treat finding that next career move as a sales process. Identify the recruiters that work in your space and call them. And when they don't call you back the first time, call them again. Email them, connect with them, build a rapport. They are experts in their space. Find 2 or 3 that can help you and you're well on your way to your next career move. Just as in every other walk of life, social networking, social media is becoming more popular. It's no different when you're looking for a job. Make use of tools like Facebook, and yes, get those college shots playing beer pong off your Facebook site. Use Facebook, use Twitter, study company websites, identify companies that you'd like to work for. It's a great source of information, so use it. Take some time out at the start of your search and identify some existing contacts, people you have relationships with. Once you've built that list of contacts, start to call them, email them, make an appointment to talk to them. Ask them to refer you to 3, 4, 5 people maybe that can introduce you to a company. If you take a step back and think about the people you know in the business you operate in, it's incredible how many contacts you have. By being persistent and starting to put the pieces together, there's a fair chance you're going to find that next opportunity. Treat searching for your next job as a job in itself. Just think for a second. If you had a problem, a pressing problem in your office, you wouldn't leave it. You wouldn't let it just run along unchecked. You'd do something about it. Finding that next job is exactly the same. Build a plan, execute against that plan. One of the best tips I've heard is also find somebody to hold you accountable against that plan. Report into them weekly, daily even. If you have a plan, there's a real chance you can execute upon it. I'd love to think as a recruiter we could find a job for everybody we talk to. That's simply not the case. But there is a job for everybody. I have no doubt about that. If you've achieved success somewhere, if you've shown progression by being persistent, by building a plan, by talking to a lot of people, you will find those next opportunities. You need to be persistent and committed to it.